Hey, just wanted to check in with you. I know you asked me to pull some cards for you. So I'm here. I sat and kind of meditated on you. So I wonder if you feel my energy right now, kind of tuning into what's going on with you. I did feel a little heaviness underneath the right side of my ribs. Usually that's where I have like anxiety when I have it, so maybe just kind of be aware of that feeling coming up for you. And you can kind of just give me some feedback after you watch this and let me know uh, whether or not that's something that's going on for you. Um, I find this reading very interesting. So I pulled 5 cards, and the first card is whatever is in the past or recent past. And then the next 2 or 3 cards is what's currently happening and moving into the future. And the last card is a final outcome card, and that could be a tool to use to help you get through whatever situation you're going through right now. So the first card that I picked, and I know I'm going to send you a picture of this at your spread as well, but the first card that I picked was the Talisman. And that's basically saying that you have everything you need for success, and it's just a matter of choosing the right path and making correct choices. Not that there's a wrong choice, but know that you can always make another choice if the first one that you chose isn't working. So coming to that conclusion, like you have all the tools that you need for moving forward. And I think you knew that already, or else you wouldn't have taken the plunge from your past career choice, as teaching, and now moving into uh, being a full-time musician. Sorry, I'm like hearing things. And what I feel like is happening is we get comfortable in our situations and into a new routine, and kind of maybe just lost sight a little on what your end goal was, and making different choices might be a good decision for you. The next card that I pulled was the listening card. So if you take a look, it's really pretty. And it's just saying that, sometimes instead of, listening to all the outside chatter, we really need to get quiet and listen to, what's not being said. And this card is definitely asking you that, to be my goodness, I can't talk. Paying closer attention to the unspoken, as well as what is being spoken to us. And sometimes when we just get quiet and kind of let our minds wander, that's when our answers really come to us. And having an open heart is really the key to that. So the Talisman, so you have everything that you need to succeed, and now it's just to kind of get quiet and listen to what the angels and guides are trying to help you with. And the third card that I picked was the Magical Map Shifter. This one's kind of cool too. And it says spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. So really that comes, intertwines with that listening card, is, if we're not paying attention, spirit is going to, find another way to get your attention. So the magical map, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life and make an impact on your personal growth. This is what, you know, the little excerpt is saying. And um, it might be someone who invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of a difficult situation and into someplace safe, or into success. Um, just kind of getting a feeling here. Um, so it's kind of an initiation into becoming your best self. Okay, so when we um, know that we have all of our tools at our disposal at all times, and we sit down and we really get quiet and listen, that's when the spirits can come in and say, hey, they're going to help you and give you the information that you need um, to be successful and be your best self, and really give you the guidance and confidence to move forward in the right direction. Um, and the next card is kind of funny. It's called Stuck in the Mud. And I find these cards very interesting too, because on the cards there are in this reading there's two elephants. So maybe they're you might want to check in to see what sort of meaning that holds for you, because they're showing pretty profoundly. Also, the colors blues and greens are in these cards, and some real pretty yellows. So those types of colors maybe you want to try and incorporate into whatever you're doing or wearing, or maybe just notice those colors and see how they make you feel. So stuck in the mud means sometimes it's not a bad thing to be kind of stuck in the mud, for lack of a better sorry, my hair. And it gives us an opportunity to slow down and take inventory of what we're doing, what we're feeling, what we're seeing, and kind of get down to the nitty gritty. And really that all obviously ties together, because if you're stuck in the mud, it's going to force you to sit down and listen, which in your case could be a good thing. That brain of yours keeps going and going and going, and you're not giving your self a chance to come down off of that. So practicing just taking that maybe even 5 minutes a day. And I know it's hard to do. I know it's hard for myself to do, but it's very important just to kind of get yourself into that habit, or regimen, daily, or every couple of days. Just kind of check back in with yourself and see where you're at. So it's a sign that you need to shift your focus from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. And struggling will only get you into a more muddier situation, which is true. I mean, the more we push on something, the further away we push it, no matter how much we want something, and kind of push it further and further away. When we just decide to let go of the reins and just see what happens, is when those good things start coming to us, believe it or not. I mean, it's good to be an advocate for yourself, or be proactive, but it also has to give spirit time to give you what you need, or put the right things in place in order for you to be successful or have the things that you want. or in the opposite spectrum, to take those things that aren't good for you and kind of, you know, decipher what needs to go and what needs to stay. Um, so being stuck in the mud is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good time for clarity. It's not. It's a good time for observation and see what's going on around you. So, like I said before, you can kind of take inventory of what's going on in your life, and you can either choose to, stay the course, or after you come out of your few moments of silence, it gives you a better idea of, what is next for you. It says, stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking, and soon you'll be out of the mud. And the last card that I chose for you was Sad Embrace. So it's not that a lot of that blue color. Nice full moon. 2. But it's saying loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. And I think all too well, and I know we've had discussions about this before, but death is not just a form of loss. You not that you lost your job, but you moved on to another job, and that is a form of loss, or it's a change, or and sometimes we need time to grieve those things and let them go. Same thing, anytime you go through any situation in your life where it might be uncomfortable, we have to accept those losses and heal from them. And it says you might be in a period where loss is a theme. I don't know where that holds true for you, but maybe if just, think about it and say, hey, this happened or that happened, and, acknowledging it for what it is. Perhaps you are having to let go of a long cherished dream. This is what it says from the little book. So take heart, for this ending may have been for the highest good, and a better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. So it's really an actual beautiful and interesting reading that I pulled these cards, and like I said, I meditated on what your energy was currently, and I feel like this is holding, true to your situation, what you've been telling me is going on. That I am always here to talk and to be supportive, and I hope that this gives you some hope and some inspiration to get through whatever it is that you're currently going through, and know that I may not be there in a physical body, but I'm always there in spirit, and I just hope that you know that. So I am going to start getting ready for bed, but I did want to give you this reading because I felt like you did need it today. And, I wanted to say good night, and I'm sending you so much love.